The seventh gate Keystone was introduced in 3.22 Trials of the Ancestors League. It represents the pinnacle of the choose your own adventure ethos started by the Atlas passive tree introduced in 3.17. When you open a map in the map device, you're traditionally limited to the options chosen by GGG for that league. The map crafting options force past league content into the open map for a set amount of chaos orbs. Your preferred strategy may not be included in the options that GGG chose for that league. With the new Keystone, the seventh gate, with a prerequisite requirement, it allows you to expand the limited 8 choices into the full, at time of recording, 17 choices of past league mechanics. This is incredibly useful for playing the strategy that you prefer, regardless of the options that the specific league may be limited to. Certain strats, like Beyond, Ritual, or Heist, that, at time of recording, don't currently have scarabs as an option to force them, greatly enjoy the benefits of the 7th Gate Keystone. To enable the 7th Gate Keystone, first allocate it in the top center of the Atlas passive tree. Then, you need to allocate all 6 Eldritch Gateways. The good news is that most passive trees go relatively near 2 of them as they naturally progress as they allocate more points. Since you only need to add 1 additional point on the connecting gateway after allocating the original one, it usually isn't a large investment to get the first 4 gateways. However, the 5th and 6th gateway, for most strategies, will usually require a moderate point investment to path over to. It may take some clever reworking of your tree to make it feel good. Opening the 7th gate comes at a price that you may be willing to pay. With all of this allocated, you can now see all of the map crafting options available to you, opening up strategies that may have been close to you if this Keystone did not exist. This is a simple but fun Keystone that I've been enjoying greatly this league, and has had some great synergies with some of the other Keystones that have been added this league. So that's the entire overview of the Keystone. It's not particularly complex, but it does require some finagling to get it to work. Now I'm going to show you an example of how I am currently using it. I am currently using the 7th Gate Keystone right here because I am building around using the Beyond mechanic. This kind of dovetails into another Keystone. I don't want to go into too much of it, but you get a bonus Keystone overview here. Currently, with the rework of Beyond, it will eventually trigger a Beyond boss, a Scourge boss, that then prevents further Beyond monsters from spawning. It ends the Beyond encounter in the map. However, they added a new Keystone this league, Endless Tide, that stops unique bosses from spawning. It does give you fewer monsters that spawn because of the second line here, but since I am running my maps for quantity of monsters killed, and not particularly for the drops from the unique boss, I want to run this so I just get more Beyond monsters throughout the course of my map. However, this league, Beyond is not naturally on the map device. And you can see I currently have 7th gate allocated right now. So let's unallocate that. I actually have a couple leader points off of that too. So if I unallocate 7th gate, you can see that I only have Essence, Domination, Breach, Harby, Legion, Deli, and Ritual. These are all of the options that they have given us this league, as well as Fortune Favors the Brave, which is always there. Since I don't want to hard roll for Beyond on every single map that I'm running, it is much easier for me to actually allocate the 7th gate. And particularly for me, this actually is pretty natural for where I'm going on my Atlas tree. I actually didn't have to stretch very much at all. I am able to do a wandering path Beyond setup by allocating the 7th gate, and then it gives me, you can see I get all 17 options right here. It gives me Beyond for 5 chaos per map. So what that means is I can buy corrupted 8 mod maps that already have really, really good rolls, but they don't have Beyond on them. And then I can guarantee apply Beyond for 5 chaos on every single map. And when I'm running a high quant strategy, this is very valuable. And so the 6 gates that we have on the Atlas right here are the 3 on the left side, and then mirrored on the other side in the exact same locations are the other 3 gateways right here. Now, usually these gateways are probably the hardest for a lot of different strategies to use, and really a great synergy here is because I'm doing Beyond and Harvest, I'm going to be right here for Harvest, and then for Beyond, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be right here. This gives me access to these 2 Keystones. Since it's mirrored, we get access to the sibling Keystone, and then since I'm going right up the side for Harvest and Harbinger right here, I actually can go right past this gateway, which gives me access right here. And that is it for the 6 gateways. So for my strategy, I actually am not spending too many additional points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I did have to allocate 10 points. Luckily for my strategy, I was actually already using this gate. So that's -3 in terms of additional investment. So I had to spend 7 points that I wouldn't have otherwise to allocate the 7th gate, which is well worth it for me, particularly for a wandering path setup where we get additional value out of small points. All right, so that is my overview of the 7th gate Keystone. If you haven't tried it, if there's anything here that you might be interested in the future, give it a shot. It's pretty fun, and particularly with the Wandering Path setup. I've really been enjoying this Beyond Harby Harvest, kind of a little bit of everything breach strategy that I've been doing. It's been not the most profitable thing in the world, but it is really solid and really fun, and it allows you to just blast maps without too much worry. Get subscribed if you want more content like this. I'm going to be refocusing a lot of this channel on kind of going back to basics and doing a lot of this educational content, just doing bite-sized pieces of every little bit of the game, building up a really good knowledge base to share with people, particularly for beginners of the game. We got a lot of new players coming to Path of Exile 1, and I want to be able to help people learn and enjoy this game. And as always, gigantic thank you to all the patrons. You guys are what make this possible and what encourage me to continue doing this. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.